In order to solve rational equations, here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at this all as one problem. We're going to focus on the bottom. My denominators are 2, 4, and 4. Now, unlike trying to find the greatest common factor, in this case, we need to find the least common denominator. And when we hear the word least, you always look at the small number. Because you guys are going to look at the 2's, but you can't do that. When you have greatest common factor, you look at the smallest number of the bunch. When you have least common, you look at the biggest number of the bunch. And you have to think of it this way. I need to find the smallest thing everybody can fit up into. Think of shoes. If you had a size 10 shoe, would your size 10 foot fit in there? Well, of course it would. It fit perfectly. If you had a size 5 foot with a size 10 shoe, yeah, the size 5 foot could fit into the size 10 shoe twice. But if you had a size 10 foot and a size 5 shoe, your foot's never going to fit. So you can't try and fit it into the littlest of the guys. You try and fit it into the biggest of the guys. So what's bigger, 2 or 4? Naturally, 4 is. What are the multiples of 4? Well, it's 4, and then 8, and then 12, and then 16, and so on. Find the smallest multiple of 4 that 2 can also fit into. Well, the first multiple of 4 is 4. Can 2 also fit into 4? Yeah, 2 times, right? So my least common denominator would be 4 here. So multiply the entire equation by 4. Now what I like to do here is split these things into small pieces. And multiply each fraction by that least common denominator of 4. Okay, and I kind of knocked it out here, but there's a minus sign right there too, so don't forget about that. And what you're going to do is take it as simple itty-bitty problems. You have 4 times x over 2. 4 and 2 cancel out. It becomes 2. 2 times x is 2x. There is a minus sign next. Minus 4 times 1 over 4. Now when you have minus, you should always put parentheses behind it, because you're going to have to negate whatever goes in there. If there's only one item that goes in the parenthesis and you negate it, it's not that hard to figure out. But if you have a polynomial in there where you have more than one piece, you have to negate all the pieces in that bracket. So it's always wise, so when you have a subtraction sign, to put a set of parentheses behind it. Here, 4 and 4 cancel out and leave you with 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Here I did 2 times x to get 2x, just in case you were wondering. Next came my equal sign, and it was 4 times x plus 3 over 4. 4 and 4 cancel, leave you with 1. 1 gets distributed, and you get 1x plus 3 there. Now, why did I bother doing this? This all had fractions, had denominators of 2 and of 4. Now I have whole numbers. There are no more fractions in my problem. It's very easy to solve. So I take 2x minus 1 is equal to x plus 3. Subtract my 1x on both sides. Add 1 to both sides. The 1's cancel here. 2x minus 1x is 1x. Here the x is canceled out. When I move that over to the left, 3 and 1 is 4. X has a value of 4 for this problem. And that's how you solve that. If we look at exercise 2, I'll do, I guess, the left side, I'll do A and, well, maybe A and B, I guess, will work, right? No, I'll do A and C. I'll do A and C. What's the least common? Well, I have a 2 on the bottom, a 3 on the bottom, but I also have a 1 on the bottom. To look at 1, 2, or 3, I check the number, the biggest number, which is 3. What are the multiples of 3? So if I jot them on the side, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12. Let's see if any of those fit. Can 1 fit into any of those? Well, 1 fits into everything, so don't even worry about that. It's the 2. What is the smallest number in this blue list that 2 can also fit into? Well, can 2 fit into 3 evenly? No, because 2 goes up from 2, its next multiple is 4, and goes right on past 3, so that it match up. But does 2 have a multiple that is 6? Well, yeah. 6 is a multiple of 2. 6 is also a multiple of 3. We just laid it out that way. So 6 is my least common. So each piece times 6. The reason why I want the least common denominator is because it'll be divisible by all the bottoms. And you get a whole number, which is going to turn all my bottoms, which are 2's and 3's, or in this case 2's and 4's up here, to turn them all into 1's. Every piece of my problem will be a whole number, and it's much easier to solve whole numbered equations than fractional equations. So here, 2 and 6 reduced to 3. 3 times 7, 21. There's a minus sign, so I'm going to use this in parentheses. 6 and 3 reduced to 1 and 2. 2 times x is 2x. 1 does not reduce to 6. It still stays at 6. So 6 times 3 is 18. So I have 21 minus 2x equals 18. Subtract 21 on both sides. Negative 2x equals negative 3. Divide both sides by negative 2. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. The answer for x is 3/2. If I look at C now, it has additions. I don't have to worry about any of that parentheses if I don't want to. So am I going to focus on my denominator of 8, 12, or 1? I'm going to focus on 12. Multiples of 12, 24, 36, 48, and so on. Can 8 go into any of these? Well, 8 won't fit into 12, but it will fit into 24. So my least common, everything gets multiplied by 24. 8 fit into 24 3 times. Both pieces is going to be 9x minus 15. Plus sign, plus sign. 12 fits into 24 twice. It's a little bit squished there, but it's 2 there. 2 times 5x is going to be 10x. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 goes into 24 24 times, so it doesn't reduce. 24 times 5 is going to be 120. So now this equation has no fractions in it. It's very easy to combine like terms. 9x and 10x is 19x. Negative 15 and positive 2 is going to be negative 13 equal to 120. Add 13 to both sides. 19x equals 133. And when you divide 133 by 19, what are we going to get? Let's see. X has a value of 7.